endure. This is Pat Susco, many-time world and national champion, one of the best squatters this world has ever seen, although I know you don't like hearing that.
Thank you.
We always joke and tell everyone that Pat's my brother-in-law. He spent a while dating one of my sister-in-laws who lived with us at the time, and we had made an arrangement that if anything ever happened to their relationship, we were keeping Pat, and I'm pleased to say that Pat is part of our family. We kept him. Today, Powerlifting Video Magazine has come in to watch Pat squat. He's a 900-plus squatter. He's in his mid-40s. 47 to be exact. And Pat's one of the most enthusiastic guys we've had. He's gotten a lot of the young lifters to be involved with the sport. No one is more helpful, and I'm glad that you're giving him a chance for all of your viewers to see him work out today.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I usually start with 2 sets, 135, just to warm up, get the joints loosened, get my form down, see how I feel for that day. I shoot my warm-ups, doing the same as with a heavy set. Now we'll progress to 2 1/4. I go up 1 plate at a time, 90-pound jumps.
Pat's made a very, very good point. He made the statement that he treats his warm-ups exactly like he does his heavy sets. Everything's the same. Pat's training partner, Vinny Fariola, was with us today. He's spotting on one side of the bar, I'm spotting on the other. And the bottom line is that once the weight gets heavy, he won't do anything differently other than what he's doing now. Pat will do everything the same, and that's really a key to good lifting.
A lot of people ask why I squat barefoot. When I first started lifting, I started going heavy in the squat. I found with different shoes, different heel heights, I was always losing my balance. Pitching forward, pitching backwards, and I lost a lot of big lifts because of that. So I decided to squat barefoot, and luckily found some organizations that allowed it. That's primarily the only reason why I do squat, but now I'm so used to it that if I wear shoes, it just doesn't feel right. I found squatting barefoot is also strengthening the muscles and ligaments in my lower leg, calves, and I think really helps me stabilize my setup. Okay, 2 1/4, we'll do this for 5. Like I said, initially I start out wide, this is a good little tip for masters. To give your shoulders a break, my first couple of warm-ups I do wide. And with each ascending set, I bring my shoulders in, eventually to where I like them, until my shoulders are warmed up as well. It's a lot of stress on the shoulders. Everybody forgets squatting puts a lot of stress on shoulders, elbows. So, here it goes.
Come on, Pat, stay tight now. Warming up. Nice and tight. Good get.
A lot of people also ask, how can I actually don't hold the bar? I just kind of balance it. I found holding the bar put a lot of undue stress on my elbows. In fact, I've since had surgery on both elbows and my shoulder, which I think I could directly attribute to the squats, the heavy squats. So by not putting my hand around the bar and just balancing it and letting my back carry the brunt of the load, it took all the stress off my arms. By this time now, my shoulders are warmed up enough. My hands all the way in to where I find it most comfortable. Keep my hands in close. Also keeps the bar tight on my shoulders and traps, and I like that feel. I like that tight feel. When my hands are all the way out, I feel too loose. Hands in close, too tight on my back. I keep the bar real low on my back also.
Go now, Pat. Tight. Strong. Real strong. Bring it out. Come on. Tight. Nice. Powerful. Warm it up. Two more now. Powerful. Good. Good speed. Strong. Nice.
Also, if you notice, I kind of try to go as heavy as I can with as little equipment as possible. That doesn't only mean the shoes, but I try not to use a squat suit until a week or two, workout or two before a meet. I've gone as heavy as 840 with just knee wraps and a belt. Builds overall body strength, I feel. And I don't like to get too dependent on the equipment. Plus, it's so uncomfortable. It just takes some of the enjoyment out of squatting. Okay, now we're up to 405. I like to do this for 3. At 405, I like to put my belt on. I also like to use 45-pound plates. Stop. I just feel it makes it a little harder. The weight's out more. The bar whips. I feel it makes it tougher because I know when I get to a meet, they're going to use 100-pound plates, and it'll be a little easier. So in training, I like to use 45-pound plates. And it's easier to count also. So we'll do this for 3.
Come on, Pat. Throw him now. Real tight.
Come on.
Right, nice. Come on. Good form here. Pop it. Good. Big air now. Drive. Nice. Breathe.
Okay, one of the few concessions that I have made for my age is that now I wrap my knees at 505. I didn't used to, but I figured, try and save some of the stress on my knees. Right, that's the one concession I've made. Right here we do 505 to 2.
Let's go now, Pat. Come on. Work here. Nice and deep. Tight form. Control. Control here. Go. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Nice. Bring it in.
Okay. 505 is an important set for me. It lets me know how I feel for the day. It's light enough that it's still a warm-up, yet heavy enough that it lets me know how I'm feeling for that day. A lot of people wonder what I have in here. It's nothing but regular coffee. It's one thing I enjoy. I love drinking coffee throughout my entire workout. I feel it keeps me up, keeps me alert, keeps the energy level high. And I just love coffee. We got the bar loaded now to 605. This is my last warm-up before my work set today. At this point, I'll also lower the mono lift a little bit because the heavier the weight is, it makes it a little harder for me to get out of the rack. So, this is pretty much where I'll keep the bar for all my sets. This 605 is my last warm-up for single. I tell you, no matter how long you do this, you're always a little nervous when you're handling big weight. Just nervous enough to make you concentrate.
Go now, tight.
Tight, strong, brother. Come on, lock it in.
Get aggressive now, Pat. Come on, let me see it. There we go. Now I see it. Now I see it. Strong here, like a machine. Pop it.
Walk him in. Easy.
well. I'm gonna jack it up now to 705, and we'll let it air out there.
One of the interesting things about Pat, if you look at him, he's built to squat. He's short, he's wide, he's powerful. But this is strictly as a result of his weight training. One of the very little known facts about Pat Susco is that until just a number of years ago, he was a star on the roller derby circuit, skating with a number of teams, but a really big star in New York. And he was so small, at about 120 pounds, the announcers used to say, he's faster than instant coffee. And if you look at him now, I don't think anyone would ever believe he was in the roller derby.
What I'm doing now is put a little chalk on my knees for this heavy set. Keep the wraps from slipping, keeps them a little tighter. Being I don't use much in the way of equipment, I look for any advantage otherwise. So, it's a big set. I really wasn't expecting to go this heavy. I went heavy last week, went over 8. But with Ned Lowe in town, I figured I'd give 700 a ride to people at Video Magazine. So let's see what happens.
Focus now. Attack it. Nice and tight. Short steps. Lock it in. Go now, Pat. There we go. Now let's see. Let's go. Yeah. Strong. Give it to me now.
Good.
Come on. I want to see this. Make it move. Tight.
Pop it! Go!
Nice.
Good.
Give me another one here, Susco.
Come on, Pat.
Let's go, Susco. You're going to pop this.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk it in. Nice. Good.
Not great. I'm not really happy with it, but next week's another week, another workout. My best lifts in competition right now, actually as a master, I've had all my best lifts at the age of 45 or better. 900 squat, 460 bench, and 735 deadlift. I'd like to keep my total at or around 2,000 as a master. And my goals in powerlifting at this point are just trying to stay with it, trying to stay injury-free, trying to help other lifters, other master lifters, learn to train and stay healthy, and continue to powerlift, well into their 40s and 50s. In fact, my training partners are all in their 50s, and they're all totaling at 17 and 1,600 pounds. They're doing remarkably well.
Okay. Supplements. Do you use any supplements?
Okay, as far as supplementation, okay, I'm a big advocate of creatine. I have my creatine 3 times a day. I'm taking androstenedione, okay, a la Mark McGuire. And that's really about it as far as supplementation right now. I try and eat well. I try and have 5 or 6 meals a day. I try and get my 30-40 grams of protein every 3-4 hours. And I feel that's what works for me. Although I am taking right now the glucosamine, which does aid in joint repair. And as a master lifter, I keep harping on that master angle, but it's a very big point with me. And I feel the glucosamine with the chondroitin sulfate really keeps my joints in good shape.
Check this out.